What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today I've got for you some mental entitled parent stories. Starting with this one, it's absolutely crazy. You don't want to miss it, trust me. Entitled ex-friend wants me to break up with my partner of 5 years to date her. So a bit of background. I've known my entitled friend, who's 27 years old, since high school. This was also about 4 years ago. Now I'm about 26 years old and my partner, now spouse, is 30 years old. So my entitled friend and I had recently gotten in touch and we were talking about going to a convention together. We lived in separate states. My partner and my entitled friend were mainly in contact during the planning since it was for my birthday. The only thing I got to plan was the cosplay outfits. It was determined that my partner and I would be in the state for a week and we toured the state for 4 days before going to the convention. My entitled friend understood this and the plan was to meet up on the Friday. So the week finally comes and we are touring the state when I get a text from my entitled friend. Hey, I was wondering if you guys could come on Thursday and have dinner with my family. Let me talk to my partner and I'll see, since the hotel reservations and events were planned by him. I talked to my partner and he said no, just simply because there were no other bookings available at the hotel we booked at the convention and he had plans for that day. So I said to my entitled friend, hey look, we can't come any earlier. The hotel is booked up and plus we have plans. We'll see you on Friday as planned. I didn't get a response from my friend and we left it at that, since we were exploring a national park. Friday came around and we checked into our hotel and proceeded to meet up with my entitled friend. The hotel was also where the convention was. Hey! She gave me an enthusiastic hug. Hey, how are you? This is my partner. I proceeded to put my arm around him. Hey! We proceeded to walk around the convention, looking at vendors, taking pictures, and having a good time. As the convention went on, my entitled friend was getting clingy and would try to come between my partner and I. I would be holding hands and she would try to walk through them, etc. At first, my partner and I brushed it off, thinking she was just playing around. But then she started to get more aggressive, practically trying to drag me away for some girl time. She then brought up having me come for dinner at her house. I told her that my partner and I would need to discuss it and see when we would be available. We talked and determined that we would be available on Sunday since we had plans at the convention on Saturday night. My entitled friend wasn't happy but seemed to understand at the time. Sunday came and we proceeded to check out of the hotel and enjoyed the last little bit of the convention before heading to my friend's house. We meet up with her parents and my partner had a good conversation with my friend's dad. Now, my entitled friend is being super clingy at this point and is practically trying to have me sit on her lap. My partner sees me being a little uncomfortable with this. Hey, OP, you about ready? We better head out if we want to get home at a decent time. I was relieved that he'd noticed. Oh, right, yes, we need to head out. We tell everyone bye and my entitled friend says to wait and runs off to her room to get something for me. Here, don't open this until later, and she proceeds to hand me a thick envelope. Okay. I took the envelope and we proceed to pull out of the driveway on our way home. A while into the long drive home, curiosity got the better of me and I opened the envelope. I read it over and it was a multiple typed page letter confessing her feelings for me and how disrespected she felt and that she deserved her turn with me since my partner got his turn for 5 years. I'm in shock at this point. She was pretty much coming out to me, which I respected since I'm demisexual myself. I proceeded to message her and stated such, but was not going to break up with my partner simply because my entitled friend wanted her turn. I was hurt. I'm not a ride or a possession. But my entitled friend proceeded to say how my partner was emotionally abusive and that she would treat me better. My partner pulled over when he saw how distressed I was, and after I told him what was said, proceeded to text my entitled friend and stated I was not a ride or a toy and was to be respected. She then texted me that if I wasn't willing to leave my partner for her, then she would no longer be my friend. My partner and I proceeded with our drive back home and we never heard from my entitled friend again. My partner and I married just a year later. Wow. I feel like this might be the female version of being a nice guy, you know. In reality, you're not acting all that nice at all, you know. You're threatening to break up a 5-year relationship. They're going to get married soon, and just because you like her or you want to come out or you knew her in the past, you know, 5 years ago, you potentially want to ruin that relationship. It's kind of weird, man, kind of weird. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I didn't know what demisexuality was either, but someone has commented it below. It's on screen now. Demisexuality Demisexuality is a sexual orientation where people only experience sexual attraction to folks that they have close emotional connections with. Okay. In other words, demisexual people only experience sexual attraction after an emotional bond has formed. Yeah, it makes sense, but this is still 5 years after you knew them, right? I mean, it's kind of a weird one. Surely you should have your friends, best interests at heart. They're in a relationship with someone for 5 years, as I've said already. Why are you trying to break that up? I still don't know. I don't know why I keep asking it. It's just a weird one. Anyway, OP, your partner, congratulations on your marriage. I'm happy that your entitled friend didn't stop it. I guess she wasn't invited to the wedding because she probably would have objected. Yeah, enjoy your life. Now moving on to our next story, 30-year-old Karen tries to come inside our tent and demanded she sleep in it. Alright, to start, I'll give some backstory. I'm a 13-year-old dude who tries to avoid everyone in my sight apart from my friends. When I was younger, about 10, I was in a scouts club and we had gone to a camping place for 3 days and had to sleep in groups of 4 in a tent. Now on to the story. It was late at night, around 2 in the morning, when an entitled Karen was hitting and shaking our tent. My friend M was the only one awake at the time, so he woke me up. Excuse me? Hello? Excuse me, lady, what can we help you with? Let me inside your tent now. It's very cold outside. Lady, it's June. I don't give a frick. Let me in now. My second friend F said, what the heck is going on? I'm trying to sleep. How dare you swear at me, you little brat? My third and final friend R wakes up and he isn't happy. What in the heck is going on? Your dumb idiot friends won't let me sleep inside the tent. I'm super tired and cold, so just do me a favor and let me sleep with you. Excuse me, what did you just say? Did you just wake all of us up to try and sleep in our tent? First of all, no, you cannot sleep with us. Second, it isn't cold. And third, leave now or I will call my scout leader. I'm not leaving until I have sleep. Alright, so be it. My friend R gets out of the tent to get my tired scout leader. He comes and he has the "this is such a waste of time" face on. Mom, what can I help you with? Yes, hello, these brats won't let me sleep in their tent. Excuse me, what? You can't sleep in their tent. They would have to agree to it too, but they don't seem to want to, and no, you just can't do that. What do you mean? They do want me to sleep in their tent. Are you freaking crazy? And he keeps swearing at me. He has every right to. You woke him up and me as well at 2 in the morning and he is tired, so he can swear at you. Now, here is what's going to happen. You are going to leave, you are going to walk or drive home, and we will never see you again. Got it? But... She leaves and we go back to sleep. That woman was freaking crazy. I have more stories, and if you like this one, I'll do more. Yeah, not gonna lie guys, I'm a little bit skeptical about this story. I don't really understand where this woman could have magically appeared from. I don't know where you were camping, but if you're in the woods, what, she just like walked up to all of your tents? Maybe, I guess. And also, when your scout leader says they would have to agree for you to sleep with them, I don't think anyone normal would do that. Surely they'd say, no, you're not allowed to sleep with them, not they'd have to agree. Just my opinions. Unfortunately, YouTube has taken away the poll function from the entire website. I would have asked you guys to vote if you thought this story was real or fake using the poll, but they're now gone if you guys didn't know. So instead, drop me a comment below saying story 2 real, story 2 fake, because I don't know. I think it's probably fake, but I want to hear your guys' opinions. Now moving on to our final story of today's video. My mother dislocated my kneecap on purpose because I didn't do my chores to her satisfaction. Wow. My mother is a psychotic mega Karen and treated me terribly as a child. I'm no longer in contact with her, but I have 16 years of stories to tell about the things she did. This is one of many. I have hypermobility, probably EDS, but I have no diagnosis, which makes my fingers, hands, arms, and shoulder blades very flexible. And I can dislocate my shoulder blades easily with little pain. The hypermobility also makes my left kneecap extremely loose, and it would pop out easily when I was walking and I turned the wrong way or stood up without thinking. I am now in a wheelchair due to a spinal cord injury when I was 17, and I've only had my knee pop out once since then. Oh wow, sorry. I could handle my shoulder blade coming out of place because the ligaments are really loose anyway, so pushing them out of place wasn't much different to the way they sit naturally. My kneecap, however, it wasn't that bad when it popped out, but when I popped it back in, the pain is excruciating and it would hurt for the rest of the day. It would pop back in on its own when I straightened my leg. It's my left knee that would pop out to the side if I turn the wrong way when walking. This happened multiple times a week, which my mum knew about, but that didn't stop her doing what she did. It was a normal weekend day when I was 13. My sister was at a friend's house, so it was just me and my mother dearest. We lived on a farm, so there were always things that needed doing, and because my sister wasn't there, her chores became mine for the day. We had 10 horses, 12 goats, 20 dogs, and 10 cats. We rescued animals and were known around town as the local zoo. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'd almost finished what I had to do, but naturally it took me longer, having to do my sister's work on top of my own. It had started to get dark, and I was going to check the chicken coop for eggs when my mum started getting impatient that I was taking too long, and that she was missing her show on TV. But instead of helping me get things done faster, she came up behind me, kicking the inside of my left knee out to the side, which made my kneecap pop out. I fell face first into the dirt and I hit my knee on the ground as I fell, which was so much more painful than I'd ever had it before. It didn't pop back in right away and I had to physically push it back in myself. I'd never had to do that before, and oh boy did I regret doing that. It had to be done, but that was the pain I'd never thought possible. And I'd broken an ankle a few years prior to this. Now instead of apologising and helping me up, Mother Dearest just walked towards the house while calling me a useless waste of space. I don't know how long I sat there in the dirt, but it was well after dark before I could get up. There was nothing for me to hold on to for support to stand up, and I was in too much pain to move my leg, let alone bend it to get up for quite a while. When I finally managed to get up, I slowly limped to the house and went straight to bed in my dirty clothes. I couldn't even move to change them, and I didn't want to see my mum. I didn't check for eggs and I refused to help out in the farm after that. And for my petty revenge for what she did to me, I made sure to spit in my mum's drink every chance I got after that. Yeah, another example of someone that's not just a Karen, but someone that is actually like physically abusive. That is just way too much. I know you're just a kid, but like, what do you do in that situation, guys? Like, what would you do if you were in that situation? Genuinely think about it for a second. It's your own mum, so you don't want to like get them in massive trouble, but you also probably hate them because they put you in severe pain. Like, I don't know what to do in that situation. It's your family, but they're being emotionally abusive and physically abusive towards you. Do you go to the police? Do you just try and work it out? Do you just suck it up until you're 18 and you can leave? I just don't know. Horrible situation, OP. I hope you find some sort of solution, because honestly, I don't really have one for you. I mean, look, it's a tough situation, isn't it? Because you could say you need to go to the police because that is actual abuse. But it's your family, as I said. It's a tough one, guys. Again, same as the second story. Comment down below. Third story, this is what I would do. I want to hear your suggestions, and the best suggestion I'll pin so that everyone else can have a look at it. Yeah, let me know. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Entitled Parents. Get your comments down below for the second story, the third story. Any tips, advice? I don't really know what I'd do, so I want to hear what you would do, guys. Comment down below. I'd heart all the good ones, and I'll pin the very, very best suggestion. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on, watch on the video right away, and also just drop a like on the video to show your overall support. With that all being said, I will see you guys tomorrow for a brand new upload. Same time, same place.